let's see if I can get on a little bit. All right, let's go. The car screams. Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Today we are going to be deciding something. And that is that I'm at a crossroad right now. I've got my S550 Mustang, as you guys know, I've modified it. And here we have an S650 Mustang that I'm going to be driving to really figure out where I want to go with my car. So my car is obviously E85 tuned. It's lowered on some nice wheels and nice tires. I've got a Corsa exhaust. There's pretty much everything I would want it to do with this car. It sits how I've always envisioned it to be. But now, of course, I want to figure out, do I boost that car or do I go for S650 Mustang? Now, this S650 Mustang you've seen on the channel before, but it's got pretty much everything I would do if I was to get an S650 Mustang. It's lowered, as you can see. It's got long tube headers, and it's got active exhaust with the resonator delete, so it sounds really good. And with the active exhaust, the long tube headers are not too obnoxious. So he's also got E85 tune and 93 tune, so I've driven this car before. This is pretty much, if I was to get S650 Mustang, is everything I would do to it. Now with my S550, the only thing I'm missing is the long tube header. So he's got long tube header. Otherwise, the car sits pretty much similarly. If I get the long tube headers on mine, then I'll get another 35 horsepower with the E85 tune. But I think the cost of doing the long tube headers is going to be at least $2,000 with the headers and the installation. So I got to figure out, do I transition to the S650 Mustang and pretty much redo the build and spend more money doing pretty much all of the stuff that he's done or that I've already had on my S550, aside from the long tube headers? Because I would lower the car, get a new set of wheels, get some stickier tires, get an exhaust or at least a resonator delete, and then I'm pretty much basically where I am with my S550. Or do I spend that money on boost and go for ESS kit? I mean, those have been very tempting, but I kind of daily my car, and that's been where the confusion is. If I want to daily a supercharged V8. So we're going to take this for a spin and really assess how this car feels, and if I'm better off, you know, selling my S550 Mustang and investing into this S650 Mustang platform and just building it from there. I mean, it's going to have less miles, so even if I do all of these mods, yes, I'll be spending a lot of money, but it will allow me to boost it with less miles. I've got about 57,000 miles on my car, but if I get a 650 Mustang, even if I get a used 2024, I can pick them up with like 20,000 miles, which would be a lot less miles than my 2019 Mustang GT. So let's go ahead for a quick spin. We're going to get you some POV style video. I've got my GoPro ready. And let's talk about the pros and cons and just talk about if I want to upgrade from the S550 to the S650, what benefits I'm going to get, or am I going to be at square one by pretty much having the car sits like how my current S550 sits and drives. I will say the 10-speed transmission tuning on the S650, even the stock tune from Ford, is much better than mine. It's a lot smoother, less jerky. My S550, constant gear hunting. Even with the tune, it's improved a little bit, but it's nowhere near as smooth as the S650 Mustang, which for daily driving would be a huge pro. But let's go ahead and go for a POV drive. We're going to talk about it. Part of me really wants an S650 Mustang, but dude, honestly, I don't know. It's just, it feels like I'll be redoing the same thing I've done on S550 because I'll still get an exhaust, I'll still lower it. It's just the same thing over, and I'll be at the same point that I'm at with my S550 already. Do I just keep it like that, or do I have a boost? But yeah, let's go ahead, go inside the car. So we're going to take it for a spin and go from there. I know a lot of people don't like this interior, but I think I've gotten used to the interior. I think exterior looks don't really matter to me. They look pretty much the same. But the customization with the screen and everything, flat bottom steering wheel, the carbon fiber accents, all of that is really good. Of course, with the premium, you're going to pay a lot more. But if you're going to base one, he's got some covers here, which look really OEM-like. And it's probably what I would do. I would get the base Mustang with the active exhaust and get some covers later on. So yeah, interior is a little subjective, so I'm not going to comment too much on it. But I think I've kind of gotten used to the interior of this S650 Mustang. But yeah, let's go ahead, get in the car. We're going to go take it for a quick POV drive and then talk about the pros and cons of moving to this platform versus building my S550. She is loud. Alright, so we're out on the road now with the 2024 Mustang, and right now we're in normal mode. So I did say he has long tube headers, And I know the power is definitely gonna be more in this car with the E85 and long tube headers compared to my car, but I'm really curious. I mean, from the upgrade standpoint, the interior definitely looks better. I know some people don't like this touchscreen tablet design that every car is doing right now, but it's got a lot of customization. Like the drive modes and everything has like a very cool feel to it. Like if you go through here, you get really nice graphics here for your drive mode. The technology is definitely there in this car, and I mean the interior is really nice compared to my S550. This is where I'm torn, because you get more technology here versus the S550, and eventually you get used to these tablet design screens, and because of customizability, you definitely enjoy this more. I definitely like the flat bottom steering wheel on this compared to mine. I could get an upgrade with the carbon fiber, but this is factory, so this looks like a little bit more modern, nicer touch to it. I want to drive around because I know for power wise, this car is definitely going to have me. And like I said, if I was to upgrade to an S650 Mustang, I would pretty much do the same thing I've already done to my S550. I'm really trying to figure out if it's worth spending that money or going the boost route on my current S550. The 10-speed transmission right now, I can tell it's a lot smoother. Like I'm not getting on the car, just driving normally. And compared to my car where it does like occasional jerk or so, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it definitely does some gear hunting even after the tune. But with this one right now, if I'm daily driving this car, it's definitely a lot smoother. Ford really got the tuning right on the 2024 and up Mustangs, so this feels good. And that would be a pro to me. Like I'm not drag strips every weekend, so just daily driving the car, this is a lot smoother than what I'm used to. So like I said, the only thing he doesn't have, or he has over my car, is the long tube headers right now. And if I was to get into an S650 Mustang, I would pretty much redo everything. I probably wouldn't go with the catback exhaust. I feel like the Resonant Delete is a solid combination, so I'll save money there, but I'll still lower it, and I'll do everything that I've done to my S550. I might end up getting the headers to get the extra 30 horsepower or so, and then I'm back to the same position I am with my S550. Do I keep it as is, or do I boost it? And with this car, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna drive a little bit aggressively once the roads open up, and we'll assess the power difference and see how this car feels, and if it's worth getting a S650 and keeping it to. Alright, so we got out on the road now. Let's see if I can get on a little bit. And now we're in track exhaust mode. This is just a normal driving mode, just cruising around, getting on a little bit. It rained last night and he's on drag radials, the R2s at least, so we want to make sure we're not being the Mustang meme. But yeah, I think the car drives fine, the shifting is good. Once I pass this car, I'm going to get on a little bit to see how the power looks. We'll probably engage manual mode. Straight a little bit. Alright, let's go. Screams. I was just at like 5,000 RPM and the car just screams. And I've gone to Mexico with this car too, so with the E85 and long tube headers, I know it's definitely faster, so that's definitely gonna be one thing I think I'm missing if I go long tube headers on my S550, which I think if I do go boost route, I might need to switch the headers anyways, unless I want to risk the motor, which I definitely don't want to do. So with this car, I think, let's do it again. A slow pull to 4,000, still pulls strong. We're gonna switch it to sport mode after this light. So I think the biggest upgrades would really be the interior of this car, and then of course 10-speed being a lot smoother when I'm daily driving the car. So let's go ahead and hit the sport mode right now. Let's go. The throttle is much better compared to that. And I'm just gonna do all the brake and downshift. Yeah, the E85 full bolt on both cars will be 20-30 horsepower difference, but I'm trying to see if it's worth going the S650 route, get the updated platform and save up for ESS, because now they have the ESS kits out there, so I could do the same route with this. The only thing is I'm gonna have to repeat all of the mods if I go with the 2024 and up Mustang. But of course it's the newer look, it's the it looks a lot nicer, it drives nicely, and of course I'll have a lot less miles than I have. I currently have 57,000 on mines, and if I get this one, I could probably pick up like 20,000 mile example, like a used one, and then run it, modify it slowly over time, and then talk about boost with this car. Exhaust sounds so good with the headers. The other thing is also, like, the Mustang I currently have, I didn't really buy it with the intention to make some content on it, but I've had it for 6 years. I definitely love this car. That's what started the channel, and that's where I'm torn, where I would like to keep that car, and the only way I would want to keep the car and still make content would be to go probably ESS route, because even if I do long tube headers, there's not much content I can do with the long tube headers. I'll probably take it to track a couple times to see what it runs versus my E85 tune only car. But with the ESS, it's always been, having a supercharged V8 has always been a dream. So that will, you know, having that Mustang and keeping that will be really nice. Or upgrade to the S650. I definitely have to say, if I didn't have the S550 Gen 3, then I would have upgraded to the S650. It would be a lot more fresh content, but it's a debate really to figure out which route I want to go ahead with. The S650 is really nice, and if I didn't have the S550 Gen 3, I definitely would have upgraded, no questions asked. Like, the 10-speed tuning in itself, the stock calibration is worth it in my opinion. With the, I think the 2020 and up, they got a little bit better 10-speed tuning, but the one I have is still one of the earlier tuning that Ford had, so you can still tell some remains of that where it's still gear hunting and jerky shifting and all of that stuff. But yeah guys, let me know, what do you guys think? Should I upgrade my S550 and go boost route, or should I just go for the S650 Mustang and get like some fresh content with the new platform? I really want to do what, you know, is going to be good for the views as well, but also what I want to do as well. So comment below, what do you guys want to see from this channel? Do you want to see my build on the Mustang, or should I move to the S650 platform? Subscribe for more.